Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to your love read. Let's see Sagittarius, how you're feeling now, how your person is feeling, and what action we can expect in this connection. And yes, Sagittarius, these are general collective readings, will not resonate with all of you. Please keep that in mind. Take what works for you, leave the rest. So let's begin. Welcome back all my subscribers. Welcome in newcomers. And newcomers, let me explain this. I'm setting down two sets of cards here. One side will be for you, one side will be for your person, and in the center I'm going to have your dialogue message cards, mutual energies, etc. If this is your reading, Sagittarius, you'll know which side you resonate best with, right? For me, this is going to be person A, this is going to be person B. Bottom of my deck, Strength card in reverse. Somebody's lost hope in this connection. They feel that this connection doesn't have the foundation or basis, maybe dealing with a selfish person, feeling betrayed, feeling this is over, wanting to come out of just feeling like an option. The other person is a bit frustrated. They could be quick with their words, I don't know. They want to talk. They want to rush towards person A and talk because right now I don't think you guys are in any kind of communication. At least that's how they feel. So let's see what's going to happen. I'm going to, of course, clarify these cards. But first, let's start with your dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other, Sagittarius, what that would be, and then I'm going to clarify these cards. Sagittarius and their person, spirit. Sagittarius and their person. If they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Sagittarius and their person. Let's take a few more Saggies from another deck. And if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is in the description box below. You can reach me there. Sagittarius and their person, spirit. Sagittarius and their person. Okay, and just a few more Saggies from a third deck as well, and then we'll start your reading. Sagittarius and their person. All right, good to go, Saggies. Let's start your reading. The first card here says, I was thinking of you last night. If I could turn back time, I would, and I would do it all different. It's best to part ways. We are not compatible like we used to be. I wish I could have loved you the way you deserved to be loved. I feel ashamed of how I treated you. You did not deserve that. I must admit that I'm longing for your touch and your warm embrace. Allow me to work on me so I can work on us. I tried to walk away from you, but something keeps pulling me back to you. I have a hard time focusing on you when I'm trying to build an empire. Waiting on you to forgive me, I promise I can change. I'm embarrassed over how desperate I became and what I did. Do you still respect me? I know you still check my social media. I don't check yours anymore though. Sometimes I leave so you'll know that you'll be just fine without me. Shame on me, I put others before you. Soon after, I realized they were of no value to me. You deserve better than anything I can offer. I've told my family about you. You're perfect for me. You make me feel things I've never felt before. I'll never love another like I love you. Okay, Sagittarius, these were some of your messages. If these were resonating, let's start your reading with our angel blessing card. Let's see what my angels have for you today, Sagittarius, as a blessing, guidance, advice, or a message. And the message for you, Sagittarius, is commitment. Maybe somebody does want to commit now, but actually this message of, the meaning of this message in the book at least is, first and foremost, Sagittarius, commit to yourself, right? If you don't know your own value, then you can't expect anyone else to know your value. So first and foremost, you must commit to what makes you feel good. Respect yourself if you want respect from anyone else. Love yourself first. So let's start with person A's energy and Sagittarius. I don't know which side you're on. I don't know whether you're a man watching, woman watching. I just have these two souls in front of me, energetically connected to each other, how they feel about each other, and what's the most likely action they'll take towards each other. If this is your reading, Sagittarius, you'll immediately pick up which side you're on. So I'm going to first focus on one side and one side only, which is person A for me. So person A, Ten of Swords in reverse. What's the Ten of Swords? Ten of Swords. I think there's been an argument or a fight, and this has been ongoing, I think. Person A is really feeling down and out and betrayed and feeling, abandoned and feeling like it's done, because I can't take this unrest all the time. This is like on and on and on, fights and arguments and harsh words being spoken. So I think person A is the one who's saying, okay, this is over. Maybe I should just get myself out of this, just feeling confused all the time, or just feeling like an option in my person's life. And yes, again, Ten of Swords again. So this is like somebody really saying, I'm out of this. I'm going to get myself out of this. I'm going to commit to myself. I know my own value, and I'm not going to be treated like just an option in somebody's life. Person A is kind of feeling rather betrayed, because either they were hoping to be chosen, but I think their person just created too much drama or too many arguments. Why do you feel like that? Tell me, person A. Eight of Swords in reverse, because they can't take the stress any longer. I think they can't, they felt chained and bound and always being in a relationship which was more like a situationship, where they were always alone and in their head and trapped in their mind, and now coming to the realization that maybe this contract should be over. If this was a soulmate, then this time of the soulmate is over. Maybe there was no true love here. It's almost like person A is on that verge of giving up the fight. I'm just too hurt by this on and on, conflict which my person does, or the way they talk to me, or their, harsh communication, or not making a choice. I think person A is quite done at this moment and saying, I'm going to now hold back my energy. I don't want to fight for this anymore. So tell me, person A, how do you feel about person B now? How do you see this connection now, after all this has happened? Person A says, I see my person as the most selfish person on earth. I see them as selfish, self-centered, never taking action towards me, only looking for attention from me and God knows who else, and very immature, not behaving like, somebody who's responsible. And yes, I'm at that verge where I'm taking back control of my own life. I'm setting up my boundaries, and I'm going to guard my own energy now. King of Wands in reverse. Why do you see them as the King of Wands in reverse? King of Wands in reverse. I think person A says that I really waited. I was waiting for a long time for them to change, for them to, move along with me in the correct manner. I was waiting for them to get me out of the cold, from making me always feel abandoned and left out in the cold. But you know what? I'm the only one, I've realized, who was trying again and again and again. And I am tired now. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm putting down the wands now. I'm moving on. Queen of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords, I'm going to give you the mic. This Queen of Swords has a lot to say, I think. Queen of Swords, you have the mic. Would you like to add anything to what I've just said? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, yes. Queen of Swords says they treated me like an option. They always kept me confused. They kept me, in the dark. They kept me as an option in their life. And they had so much pride and ego that they weren't even apologetic about it. Pride and ego and, my way or the highway, and always their word was law, kind of a thing. This person, this Queen of Swords says, was my King of Swords, yes, but in reverse. Very controlling, very narcissistic, never opening up their emotions to me. And yes, I've kind of got my clarity about the situation, and that's the reason I've now become that Queen of Swords, where I'm taking my power back and I'm going to be guarding myself from now on. Okay, so what action you will finally take, I'll open later towards person B, or otherwise person A. I'm going to now move on to person B and see how they are feeling about this. So person B, Knight of Swords upright in your feelings. What's that? Okay, person B is acknowledging that they could have said something which was... they said something without thinking, or they were too swift with their, or harsh with their communication. They feel they made some very unwise decisions or words. Yes, they were probably not wanting to talk about something which may have come out in the open, something about their lying, cheating behavior or their ghosting behavior. Maybe this person didn't want to talk about it, right? So instead of, once they felt that this was coming out or they would have to talk about it, they could have shut it down. They could have shut this conversation down with some, aggressiveness or some harsh words. Eight of Wands in reverse. Eight of Wands in reverse. Yes, they didn't want to talk about... One second, too many cards flipped out. I'm going to take one more. One more. Yes, I think this person didn't want to talk about a commitment. Maybe that person who they actually are very attracted to, they do see person A as very sexy and passionate and all that, but maybe person A is the one who could have asked them, like, what about the future, or what about... So there's something that I think person B didn't want to talk about. What's the Three of Swords in reverse? Yeah, I think person B didn't want to talk about... This person could have been in third parties, or they could have been juggling. I don't know. There was something they didn't want to talk about, so they could have covered it up with some argument or fight. Tell me what happened, person B. Tell me. Why don't you tell me what happened? Ace of Cups in reverse. They were not ready for accepting love or making a choice or making a decision. They were not ready to take that leap of faith. Okay. It's not that they didn't see the value in person A. They always knew the value of person A. They knew that person A was a Queen of Wands, an Empress and all that. But this person wasn't ready to put in the work to accept that cup of love from this Empress, or make a choice, or make a decision, or take that leap of faith. They know they did something foolish. But they saying, actually, I didn't want to get stuck. I didn't want to get stuck. And I said something because I didn't want to get stuck. Yeah, I didn't want to get stuck. I did not want to get stuck. Same thing. Maybe person B didn't feel ready to take responsibility, and they could have said that, but they didn't say it in a nice way, which could have hurt person A very bad. So person B, tell me, how do you see the connection now? How do you see person A? Seven of Swords in reverse. They feel whatever they did here, it backfired on them. Why? Why do you feel that? Because they feel that because of whatever they did, there was some argument and fight between the two of you, They feel that now, because of this, my person has kind of given up on me. They've given up on me and they could be going off for a new beginning for themselves. Am I right? Yeah, things have stagnated. Maybe earlier person A was the one who was putting in all the work and saying I love you and are we going to be together, and person B was probably enjoying it, but not, they were enjoying the attention, the love they were getting, but they didn't want to give it back. Now they feel whatever they said or did here, it backfired on them, because they feel that now person A has kind of given up on them. There's stagnation here. Five of Cups in reverse. Five of Cups. Yes, they are seeing things from person A's perspective. They feel that person A is moving on and they have a very bad impression of them. They feel that their person, which is person A, doesn't want to waste any more time on a person who they think now is very selfish and self-centered. Same card, both sides. So person B knows exactly what they've done. Whatever bad behavior they've displayed, I think person B is fully aware of that, and they also know why their person has given up on them. Okay, so well, let's see what action you guys will take. Yes, they're feeling a bit rejected. Person B says, I'm feeling a bit rejected, but I know I deserve it. That's justice, that's karma for me. Yes, I'm the one who's feeling rejected because my person who was always ready with their cup of love has put a lid on that cup of love of mine. They are still watching. They're still watching from the sidelines, maybe watching person A turn their back on them, right? So they are feeling, oh my God, I've lost out. Okay, they're feeling weak now, I guess. So let's see what actions you guys will take. And I'm going to take another deck for this one. Sagittarius, and while I shuffle these cards, may I request you, if you could just tap that like button for me, please. Helps the videos to circulate and makes me feel good, so thank you so much for doing that. And newcomers and repeating viewers, the ones who haven't subscribed already, there's a subscribe button down below on my left, yes. If you could just tap that, it's free for you to do so. Join our Omkara family. We welcome you in. So person A, action from your end towards person B or otherwise. The Empress in reverse. Yep, this Empress says, no more. I've been disrespected, I've been hurt, I've been betrayed, I haven't been treated like an empress. I'm not sure whether I want to have anything going forward with them anymore. So clarify the Empress in reverse for me. Clarify the Empress in reverse for me, person A. Eight of Wands, 10 of Swords, 5 of Wands, and the Emperor. Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. Person A, I think for a while is going to try and be single and focus on themselves. They feel whatever communication happened, whatever fight happened, they feel betrayed. They feel betrayed, that it's over from somebody that they really acknowledged, saw, wished, hoped to be their emperor. Now they're saying that it's better to stop this connection because there's so much baggage. Right now, person A feels that person B was not their emperor, but just a liar and a cheat. I think at one point, person A really, really believed that person B was their be-all and end-all, but after whatever this communication has happened or is going to happen, I don't know, time is fluid. For some of you, this hasn't happened yet, but some communication where there is or going to be a huge fight with somebody that this Empress thought was their perfect counterpart, but well, the impression is not that great anymore. So person B, what about you? Will you try and rectify that, or will you take any action towards person A or otherwise? Justice in reverse. I think person B knows that they've done wrong. So will you try and make things right? They feel they're getting some karma for their bad behavior. Two of Swords, Three of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. They are kind of stuck right now. They don't know what to say, how to say it. I think they do want to communicate with person A, who they do love. I mean, that love portion was never a doubt with person B. They do see person A as the Queen of Cups, who's loving and kind and generous and intuitive and beautiful. I think person B does still love person A, but they are still kind of stuck as to what to say now. They want to talk, but they are kind of at crossroads, wondering what to say, what can make things right now. Like, how can they make things right with this Queen of Cups? So they're at crossroads, figuring out how to come forward with this communication now, what they can say. Will this Empress give them the time of day to, kind of hear them out? I don't see anything else except that they want to now talk again to make things right. So that's where you guys are at now, Sagittarius. Till next time then, love and light. Take care. Namaste.